Hey, welcome back to the program. Almost time for me to go on vacation.
No.
Brian Schimming is going to be filling in for me next week. You know, Brian, I get all these liberals and they say, you leave people out during the holiday season. You know, it's all about the Christians. It's all about Merry Christmas, you know, and that this is not just a time of the year that is celebrated by Christians, you know. And so I thought, you know, they're right. They're right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, maybe I should coexist a little bit with the Christmas message. And, you know, to that end, I do have a message for the coexistence Christmas. I do have something to say to the secular left. And in my own way, I want you to have a very happy holiday. 'Twas the night before a denominational or secular celebratory day. 'Twas the night before a denominational or secular celebratory day when all through the residential dwelling, either rented or owned, not a creature was stirring, not even an evolutionary advanced small furry species that must be respected. The hosiery, which may be worn by any person regardless of gender, was hung after cleansing in a high-efficiency washer using only low-phosphate cleaners by the chimney with care in the hopes that a follically gifted person of enhanced girth, who nevertheless agrees that trans fat should be banned by the government and supports the First Lady's exercise initiative and promises to only drink bottled water, soon would be there. The younger but equally valuable members of the family, who may or may not be biologically related to the head of household, were nestled most respectfully and without the threat of physical discipline, all snug in their beds, while non-drug-induced and politically correct visions of organic fruit danced in a most non-suggestive manner in their heads. And the female, male, or transgendered head of household in his, her kerchief cap headwear of choice, and I in my kerchief cap headwear of choice, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn, sidewalk, street, space not enclosed by walls to respect those who can't afford lawns or who may be homeless, which is a tragic condition that should not be judged, there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, not produced by any incendiary device, threw open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the portion of female anatomy that cannot be said on the air due to FCC restrictions because women should never be objectified like that, of the new fallen snow, gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what, to my wondering eyes or other means of sensing, should appear or emerge but a mode of environmentally friendly transportation of compact stature that does not contribute to the worldwide concern of global warming, nor uses unreplenishable fossil fuels, and 8 tiny hoofed animals that should never be hunted for sport. With a senior citizen driver of vertically challenged disposition so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be the follically gifted person of enhanced girth, who nevertheless agrees that trans fat should be banned by the government and supports mandatory exercise, and who may or may not possess denominational beliefs. More rapid than an avian species that is protected under federal law, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted, but not in an aggressive manner, and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. These names are not meant to imply any value-laden judgment or gender specificity. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, or other point on land that could be viewed by anyone either with or without a home. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof, or any point of the building within view of anyone either with or without a home, the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. And I drew in my hand, or prosthesis, whichever applies, and was turning around. Down the chimney the follically gifted person of enhanced girth came with a bound. He was dressed in an outfit that was comprised of a fur-like material made of recyclable hemp-based material from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with a non-tobacco, environmentally friendly ash-like substance and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler as he opened his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his genetically inherited facial features, how merry. His cheeks were like locally grown roses, his nose like an organically grown cherry in Madison Parks. His droll little mouth drawn up like a bow, and the facial hair on his face was as lacking in color as the snow. The next lines are omitted because of a reference to tobacco products that would set a bad example for kids, and because they're insensitive to people of enhanced abdominal girth. A wink of his eye, not meaning to imply anything sexual or inappropriate, and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, nor signed to the hearing impaired any indication he was communicating with me, but went straight to his hourly or salaried union contracted task recently negotiated and agreed upon by all parties in a collective bargaining agreement, and filled the hosiery which may be worn by any person regardless regardless of gender and washed in a gentle manner using high-efficiency machines and low-phosphate cleaners, then turned with a jerk that may or may not be grounds for a workers' comp or disability claim, and laying a finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his mode of environmentally friendly transportation of compact stature that does not contribute to the worldwide concern of global warming, nor uses unreplenishable fossil fuels, and to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim or sign to the hearing impaired as he drove soberly out of sight, "Happy denominational or secular celebratory day, and to all a good night."